Knots used to hold human life are held to higher standards because lives literally hang on the line. Did you know that ropes and knots are probably the most ancient and useful technologies ever developed by man, predating the wheel, the axe, or probably fire? Today, they are fast on their way to becoming an obsolete technology. Most of us already knows how to tie knots. Each and every day in our lives that we tie knots, probably some of us might not know that we are doing so. The ability to tie knot is a very useful skill. As we learn to tie knots, it is significant that we understand what we are trying to do, what its purpose is about, and that we distinguish what type of knot are we trying to utilize. I am JC Vince Mercado Samebang, a second-year BSED SS major, taking this as my midterm examination in the course Physical Activity towards Fitness and Health, Outdoor and Adventure Activities. Come along with me as we unveil 5 essential knots in each classification and how am I going to apply it in my day-to-day practice. For the first classification of knot, we have the stopper knot, specifically the overhand knot. The overhand knot is a foundation knot forming the basis of other knots and is probably the easiest and first knot most people learn to tie. When tied up by itself at the end of a rope, cord, or even a sewing thread, it makes a simple stopper knot, or it can prevent the end from unraveling. When tied up with two ends of one rope or cord around an object, such as when tying up parcels or tying shoelaces together. There you go! My ballet shoelace is ready, and I'm ready to dance with the best of my ability. Proceeding through the second type of knot, we have the joint knot, specifically the granny knot. The granny knot is a binding knot used to secure a rope or a line around an object. It is considered inferior to the reef knot or square knot, which is superficially resembles. Neither of these knots should be used as a bend knot for attaching two ropes together. There you go. Definitely, this type of knot will suppress the inevitability of my books from collapsing. Next is the loop knot, the third classification of knot. One of its types is the bowline. The bowline is an ancient and simple knot used to form a fixed loop at the end of a rope. It has the virtues of being both easy to tie and untie. Most notably, it is easy to untie after being subjected to a load. The bowline is sometimes referred to as king of the knots because of its high importance. This knot is usually for emergencies, for rescue operations, thrown and wrap around the waist. Directing through the fourth classification of knots, the hitches, we have the adjustable grip knot. The adjustable grip knot is a simple, which may easily be shifted up and down the rope while locked. It will hold fast when loaded, but slip when shock loaded until tension is relieved enough for it to again hold fast. It is useful for tensioning a line such as a ridge line or a guy line. When the knot is adjusted by sliding it along the standing end, it may require tightening with a pull on the leg that forms the knot. This type of knot definitely secures a line in a bowline object. Completing the 5 classifications of knots, we have the saving and shortening, specifically the ship shank. A shank is a type of knot that is used to shorten a rope or take up slack, such as the ship shank. The ship shank knot is not stable. It will fall apart under too much load or too little load. Desiring to shorten the knot of the rope temporarily, this type of knot is one of the best to use. There you go! We have completed 5 classifications of knots. These days, it's very easy to look up on something on the internet. Not to work it out, if we can just type it in one single way. This leaves the learned skill of problem solving and critical thinking that desperately needs some attention. I believe that knot tying is an essential skill for survival. After all, it's better to know a knot and not need it, or need a knot than not know it.